It's Wednesday. Everything listed as Tuesday. Today, we are talking about running a program, running a planned strategy. So you're running an agency playbook, right? In your own business, and it's costing you. That's what we're talking about. All right. Welcome to your live. Hi, my name is Jessie with Attract and Amplify. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm very distracted by this Neato. How many of you guys are obsessed with these? I blame my children. And they've been around forever. Well, not ever, but for a while. I am obsessed. I have them everywhere. Maybe just one in here. Thought I had 3. All right. Speaking of marketing, right? Okay, let's talk. All right. So if the marketing advice that you've been following, if it feels expensive, if it feels exhausting, right? It's still not working. There's a specific reason for that. I'm sure you are all very aware. It has nothing to do with how hard you are trying. It doesn't. Once again, my name is Jessie, and I want to start with something that most people don't even realize. You are not failing at marketing. We're just going to chit chat today. You're running the wrong playbook for the job that you actually have now, right? You know, like online, you're watching all these these gurus, and they're constantly telling you, you got to post every day. You got to be on every platform. I mean, it is overwhelming. It's exhausting to think that someone can do all of that. Yes, maybe somebody who that is their full-time job. But if that is not your full-time job, if marketing is not your full-time job, if you're a business owner and you're trying to run the business, or if you're somebody who's wearing a different hat, but you have been told that you are now running the marketing, now responsible for the social media, you are being told, post every day, you got to be on every platform. I mean, you are trying to absorb all of this information. Don't tell me you are not overwhelmed by the amount of responsibility that you feel you need to take on because of this new role. Well, all that you're hearing, it's all written for agencies. Did you know that? If you're an agency, that's totally different. You have someone to post on TikTok. You have someone to post on YouTube. You have someone available to post onto Twitter, whatever you call it. You have somebody who's going to take care of your Instagram and Meta, your Facebook, your LinkedIn, for all of that. But if you are running a business, or if you have different job responsibilities, and now you're being told that, hey, your marketing, hey, your social media, take care of that. You don't have all the time in the world, or even within a 40-hour work week. And I know you don't have 40 hours to commit to social media for marketing, right? You don't. Those are agency hours, agency responsibilities, agency expectations. And agencies really, they have to look busy because they've got a retainer. They're trying to go for a retainer, but you work within the business. Whether you're a business owner or you are working within the business, I guarantee that you have different metrics than somebody who is within an agency. They want results. That's what they want. They want results, and you are expected to get it to them. Now, if you are busy getting on every platform, maybe not every platform is good for you. Those are things that you have to identify. Yep. So posting every day, being on every platform, that advice is for marketing agencies. Period. There? All right. The fundamental difference, agencies are paid to show activity. Remember, retainer. Operators, Business owners, maybe, like I said, you probably were in different responsibility, different hat. Operators need to get results. You are expected to get results. If you're not, you're out. Those are two totally separate responsibilities. Agency, business owner. Agency, operator. Operators need to get the results. These can be your best friend, right? There's 3 agency habits that business owners have unconsciously adopted are making sure that you're posting like 3-5 times a day. You want vanity, so the post counts, vanity metrics. How many followers do we have? Who the heck cares? Who cares how many followers you have? How many leads do you have? How many qualified leads do you have? How many sales do you have? That's what matters, right? And then calendar stuffing, which is basically the same as, post count and stuff like that. What do you have coming on this day and this day and this day and this day? If it is not going to get you the end result, who cares? Wow, I sound like I have a chip on my shoulder today. I don't. Well, maybe I do. I don't know. Okay, so this is why I bring this up. You have an ultimate goal, correct? What is your ultimate goal? Probably the sale, right? In each individual. So maybe your goal is to hit $50,000 worth of sales for the month. Let's just use that as a number, okay? If you're going for $50,000 in sales for the month, let's take a look at how many sales you would need to do in order to obtain those 50,000. Now, if your product or service is worth 5,000 for each one, then you have a lot fewer to sell than if it's worth 500 for each product or service, right? But either way, when you're posting, when you're getting on any platform, whether it's a video post, an image post, a text, whatever, your ultimate goal is for brand awareness and to bring it to sales. Your ultimate goal is to sell, right? Now, odds are that the image, the video, even the text, its main purpose might not be to sell, but it's leading you to the sale. So whatever you're posting is therefore going into a lead generating, right? So your post becomes a lead, becomes a qualified lead. There's another step there. Qualified lead becomes a sale. That's your goal. That's your goal with posting. You might have a goal of vanity metrics. We used to want, what was it? It was 10,000. We want 10,000 followers, right? Then once you get the 10,000, we want 100,000 followers. Great. What does that do for you? Is that what determines how much money you have in your bank? No. And that's a hard thing to get past. And I know that it's discussed, it's talked about all the time anymore, that subscriber count, follower count doesn't pay the bills. What matters is if the activity that you're doing, whether it be a post, a video, is it leading to a sale? That's what matters. Because if it's not, should you be doing it? Should you be wasting your time with it? Productivity only matters if it's transferring to a sale or to your end goal. Your end goal is to make money. And if that doesn't help you to make money, then don't waste your time with it. You don't need to just fill up your calendar. Just because you have 40 hours in the week to work doesn't mean, and don't get me wrong, I know you business owners, your 40 hours is probably like 80, but whatever. But what I'm saying is that just because you have a set number of hours doesn't mean you have to expand your work activity to those hours. You want to get things done. You want to make changes. You want to make a difference in that time frame. It's not busy work. You don't want busy work. It doesn't feel good. Just being busy and then not getting anywhere with it. Nah, we don't need to stuff our calendars. We need results. What an in-house operator's job actually is, somebody who's working within the business, who is doing the marketing, it's one clear system, one message, and then consistent follow-up. That's what you're doing because you are making a sale. So let's say that as an in-house operator, you are responsible for you're a plumber or you're working for a plumbing company. Okay. So let's say that you are trying to schedule appointments. Okay. So your posts are leading to appointment schedules. You have one clear system, one clear objective, one message. We fix clogged toilets. Feel bad if that's what you're going after. No, we install dual head showers. There we go. It's less disgusting. we install dual head showers. If you're looking for a dual head shower, contact us. That's your lead, okay? That's where you're going. That's your message. Your system is, hey, I'm on Meta, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I am posting, I am letting them know this is what we do. Then they've got your message. You've got a calendar schedule that they can click the link and set up a time to meet with you for a consultation. And then you have the system set up. So as soon as they click the link to set up the calendar invite, set up that consultation, then you can have someone reach out to them for the follow-up. This time must work well for you. What's the space? Is it a bathroom? Probably. They'll just go through some of those qualifying questions, making sure that they're going to be a good fit for you. So, yes, like I said, the 3 agency habits are, let's just post a whole lot. Let's make sure we've got a ton of followers and, make it look busy. Make it look like we're really busy. Whereas somebody who's operating within the business itself, they have a clear set of rules that they need to create one system, one very clear system, have one message, and have consistent follow-up. Checkity, check, check, check. Because the reframe really here in your mindset is that the random marketing attracts random results. If your goal is to sell 100 dual shower heads, that's a thing, right? The dual shower heads. Yeah. 100 dual shower heads to install that. Then that needs to be consistent with your message and your follow-up. If you have random messages, random marketing, random results is what you're going to get. And random results don't pay the bills. You have to have a clear strategy. Okay, what was I talking to? I was talking, we have a weekly networking meeting that we get together, a bunch of our masterminds that we get together here. And we were visiting about, the random marketing. I knew I was going somewhere with this. Just random marketing. And how we will, as an operator, you'll be visiting with maybe the CFO, CEO, whoever, maybe the president, the owner of the company. Okay. And they would have seen something on a platform, a social media platform. And they're like, oh, we need to do this, give you a call up. Or like, hey, we need to do this. We should do this. They got all kinds of views on it. So then they want you to stop the marketing that you're doing or maybe even interrupt the marketing that you're doing for this random piece of content. Is this random piece of content going to get you the results that this strategy you created is going to get? If it's not, don't waste your time doing it. Yeah, it's probably funny. Yeah, it might give you some laughs, but is it going to pay the bills? That's what you have to ask. Okay. So, and that it's really hard because it can be off brand in that case. If it's that funny, you really want to do it, put it on a personal page. But yeah, if it's going to take away from sales, if it's going to detract from that, it's not worth your time. Okay. We've got better things to focus on. You're not a marketing agency. You're an in-house operator, and that changes everything. So we want to make sure that we are focusing on the things that count on what we're doing. So no random postings, no random one-off dance skits, challenge things. Let's stay on task. Cool. Now, if this is hitting home to you, if this is connecting, I want you to put in the comments. I want you to comment operator. Put that in my chat here for the top chat, because I want to know, who are we talking to? What are you an operator for? I do have a free guide, by the way, that walks you through the in-house playbook. So if you want that, if you type operator in the chat, I'll have that sent over to you. I'll give you that link. Plus the link is in the description. That's where the whole thing starts, is coming up with an in-house playbook, not using the agency playbook, because like I said, the agency playbook's not going to help you at all, because it's designed to keep you busy, to make sure that you're filling up your calendar with 13 posts a week, and that you're getting 100,000 followers. Doesn't mean that the 100,000 followers are relevant to what you are selling or serving. Just means that, hey, I got 100,000 followers. What's funny is that it's funny because we all have for years shot after the follower count or the subscriber count. But in reality, you can make money without hitting those subscriber and follower count goals or vanity metrics. You can, because if you're speaking to the right people, they're not looking to see, I'm not going to work with him. He only has 200 followers, not 200,000. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And then you're listening to the 200,000 follower person, and the person with 200,000 followers has nothing to say that's relevant to the double head shower. They don't know how to install that. But the person with 200 followers does know how to install it. He has a deal. He can get out here right away. Yeah, I want to go with that dude. Yeah, you can make money with fewer followers. I think that's interesting. Just having a handful of people on a live can get you great results, because those people actually are here to hear the message you have, instead of a good laugh. Don't get me wrong. We all watch those. We enjoy those. Who was I watching last night? We were laughing so hard. My husband and I were laughing so hard at this guy. He takes, he'll basically take hit songs and, just rewrite them. Oh my gosh, they were so funny. Most everything is about bowel movements, but I think it's hilarious. It's what you get when you grow up in a family all of boys. That's all funny. All right. So, like I said, we'll wrap this up here. But if the marketing advice that you've been following, making it to a point, if that marketing advice is making you feel exhausted and it's probably expensive and it's not working at all, just know that there's a specific reason for it. It's because you are following somebody else's playbook. You are following a playbook of an agency, not of an in-house operator. It's not that you are failing at marketing because you aren't getting enough people or you don't have enough followers. It's because your message isn't hitting the right people. You're running the wrong playbook for the job that you have because you're running it based off of an agency who has to fill the time, certain number of posts, think only about followers and subscribers, when in reality, as an operator, you don't need to show activity, you need to show results. That's what matters. You're not a marketing agency, you're an in-house marketer. That changes everything. Cool. Cuckoo. All right. Questions about the in-house marketing. There are all kinds of different resources that you can use to do your in-house marketing. As far as visuals, you've got your different platforms. You might stay on LinkedIn. You might stay on YouTube or Instagram, any Meta platform, excuse me. Did I say YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest? There's all ways of marketing. Maybe you're on Google. Maybe you're using AI. Maybe you're using your website and not social media. It's fine. Where are your people at? How are you reaching out to them? You're focusing on one system, one message, one follow-up system. Cool? All right, hang in there. Don't get frustrated. If you want more information, make sure you follow me, because that's what I do is I help businesses create in-house marketing systems so that they don't have to go to an agency. They don't have that headache. They don't have that overhead. So you want to be part of it? Follow, subscribe for Vanity Metrics. Come on, we had to. All right. Okay. I'll be back tomorrow. You guys have an awesome rest of your day. And I am headed to a junior high concert. So, yay. It'll be fun. And then some track and field time, baby.